Have you ever looked at your loved one and noticed something that just didn't sit right? Maybe it's a little change in the way they walk, a slight shuffle instead of their usual stride. Or perhaps it's the way they seem to tire out so much quicker after a simple task, like walking from the kitchen to the living room. It used to be no problem, but now, it's a struggle. And here's the thing, have you ever wondered, is walking alone really enough to keep them healthy? Or could there be something more, something they need to do to stay strong and pain-free? I know this is something that weighs heavy on your heart. You want them to feel good, to stay independent, to continue enjoying life without that constant ache or that nagging tiredness. But is walking, just walking, really enough? Well, what if I told you it's not? That's right, just walking may not be enough. As we get older, our bodies don't move the same way they used to. Our muscles weaken, our joints stiffen, and everything just feels a little more tired. But here's the thing, that doesn't have to be the end of the story. We can do something about it. We can keep those muscles strong, we can keep those joints flexible, and we can keep that energy up, no matter how many candles are on the birthday cake. It's all about knowing the right exercises, the ones that aren't just about getting by, but about thriving. And that's why this video matters. As we age, staying active becomes more crucial than ever. It's not just about keeping your body moving. It's about staying strong, staying independent, and staying pain-free. It's about maintaining your dignity, your mobility, and your zest for life. These things aren't just important, they're everything. That's why I'm here today, to share with you 5 simple but highly effective exercises that seniors can do to not only stay healthy, but to stay strong and pain-free. These exercises aren't just good for your body, they can transform how you feel every single day. They'll help you move with ease, they'll help you keep up with your loved ones, and yes, they'll help you get back to doing what you love. But I don't want you to just take my word for it. Stick with me until the end of this video, and I'll show you exactly how these exercises can change your life. Each one is designed to help you keep your body in tip-top shape, reduce pain, and most importantly, keep you feeling like the strong, independent person you are. So, get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's dive into the 5 exercises that will make all the difference. If you're ready to make a change, ready to take control of your health and your well-being, comment, "I'm ready" below. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on these crucial health tips. Together, let's make sure that the later years of life are the best ones yet. Let's talk about the first exercise, chair yoga. Now, I want you to imagine your grandmother. She's always loved gardening, hasn't she? There's something about being surrounded by nature that fills her with joy. But recently, she's noticed a struggle. She used to bend down with ease to tend to her plants, but now, it's a real challenge. She can't stretch her body like she used to without feeling stiff and sore. It's frustrating, isn't it? Gardening is one of her greatest pleasures, yet these little changes in her body make it harder to do the things she loves. But here's the good news, there's a solution, and it's called chair yoga. Chair yoga allows her to stretch and strengthen her muscles without putting strain on her back, knees, or joints. It's all about working within her limits. Even though she may not be able to get down on the floor anymore, with chair yoga, she can still stretch those muscles, keep her joints mobile, and stay active, all while seated comfortably. And the best part? She can still feel that same sense of peace and accomplishment after every session, just like when she was in the garden. As we age, our flexibility tends to decrease, and that's when we start noticing stiffness in the body and an increased risk of falls. Our muscles become tighter, our joints don't move as smoothly, and everyday tasks like getting out of bed or picking something up off the floor can become difficult. This is where chair yoga comes in. It's not just about stretching, it's about keeping the joints mobile, the muscles toned, and the body in balance. By focusing on improving posture and balance, chair yoga reduces the chances of falls, one of the biggest concerns for seniors. But here's where some people get it wrong. A lot of folks think yoga is only for young, flexible people. They think it's too difficult or that it requires special skills. But that's a big misconception. Chair yoga is incredibly adaptable. Whether someone is just starting out, or they've been active all their life, chair yoga can be modified to suit all fitness levels. No matter what shape you're in, chair yoga can meet you where you are and help you improve. And the best part? You don't need to leave the comfort of your home to do it. Let's talk about practical solutions. For example, seated twists can help open up the spine and release tension. You simply sit tall in your chair, place one hand on the back of the chair, and gently twist your upper body to one side. Then, take a deep breath and twist to the other side. It's that simple. And another great pose to try is side stretches. Sit upright, reach one arm overhead, and lean to the side, gently stretching your torso. You'll feel the stretch along your ribs and down your side. Repeat on the other side. It's easy, gentle, and so effective. Incorporating chair yoga into your routine just a couple of times a week can make a world of difference. Your loved one will feel more flexible, more mobile, and much more confident in their movements. It's a simple but powerful tool to help seniors stay strong, without pushing their bodies too far. But chair yoga is just one part of the puzzle. Strengthening those muscles is just as important. So, now that we've got flexibility covered, let's move on to the next exercise. Now, let's talk about strength training with resistance bands. Picture Mr. Johnson for a moment. For years, getting up from his favorite chair was a struggle. Every time he tried, it was like his legs just didn't have the strength to push him up. He would lean on his arms, groan, and sometimes, even have to catch his breath. But then, he made a simple change. He started using resistance bands. It wasn't an overnight transformation, but little by little, his legs grew stronger. He noticed that getting up from his chair became easier, and soon, he was walking around his house with more confidence than he'd had in years. It wasn't just about strength, it was about regaining his independence. The simple act of sitting down and standing up without help gave him back a sense of control. And that's the power of strength training, especially with resistance bands. They provide a gentle yet highly effective way to work multiple muscle groups, helping seniors like Mr. Johnson regain the strength they need for daily life. As we age, muscle mass and bone density naturally decrease. That's a fact of life. But what many don't realize is that by incorporating strength training into our routine, we can actually slow this process down, and in some cases, even reverse it. It's not just about building big muscles or lifting heavy weights. It's about maintaining what we already have and making sure our bodies stay strong, stable, and ready to handle life's daily challenges. Resistance bands are perfect for this. They provide adjustable resistance, which means you can start with something light and gradually increase the intensity as your strength improves. And unlike free weights or machines, resistance bands are easy on the joints. There's no harsh impact or strain, but you still get a full-body workout that strengthens muscles and improves bone density. But here's where some people go wrong. There's this misconception that strength training is only for young, healthy people. Or worse, some believe that strength training will lead to injuries. But that couldn't be further from the truth. When done correctly, strength training, especially using resistance bands, actually reduces the risk of falls and fractures. How? By strengthening the bones, muscles, and joints, it helps to increase stability and support, which lowers the chances of injury. So, while the idea of lifting weights may sound intimidating, resistance bands are a safe and effective option for seniors. Now, let's dive into some practical tips. If you're new to strength training, start with simple movements. One great exercise is the seated leg press. Sit in a sturdy chair and loop the resistance band around your feet. Then, press your legs forward, extending them straight out, and slowly bring them back in. This simple exercise works your quadriceps and hamstrings, which are crucial for walking and standing up. Try doing 10 to 15 repetitions, and do this 2 to 3 times a week. Another great movement is the shoulder extension. While seated, hold the resistance band in both hands, stretch it in front of you, and slowly pull it apart by extending your arms to your sides. This strengthens the shoulders and upper back, which are key areas to focus on for overall stability and mobility. Again, aim for 10 to 15 reps, 2 to 3 times a week. You don't need to overdo it. Start slow, focus on your form, and gradually build up your strength over time. This will not only help with muscle mass, but it will also improve your bone health and make everyday activities like standing, walking, and carrying groceries much easier. Now, while strength training is critical, balance is just as important for staying steady on your feet. So, let's move on to the next exercise that will help keep you balanced and strong. Now, let's talk about standing marches. This one's a game changer. Picture your dad for a moment. He's been recovering from a knee injury, and although he's getting better, there are still some days when he feels a bit wobbly on his feet. He's been doing all the right things. Physical therapy, resting, taking his time, but he still feels like his legs need a little extra strength and stability. That's where standing marches come in. Standing marches are an incredible way to rebuild leg strength, and the best part, they don't put too much strain on the joints. It's a low-impact exercise that allows your dad to work on his legs without putting pressure on his recovering knee. In fact, standing marches help to activate the muscles in the legs and improve coordination, which, as we all know, is essential as we age. It's all about moving with purpose and ensuring that every step you take is solid and secure. As we get older, maintaining balance becomes even more crucial. It's easy to overlook, but the truth is, our ability to stay steady on our feet is what keeps us safe from falls. And we all know that falls are one of the biggest health risks for seniors. But here's the good news, standing marches can make a real difference. By practicing this exercise, we can improve our ability to balance and coordinate our movements, which in turn makes us less likely to lose our footing or trip. But here's something that might surprise you, balance exercises aren't just for people who already have balance problems. That's a common misconception. In reality, balance exercises should be part of everyone's routine, especially as we age. They're not just for those who've already had a fall, but for anyone who wants to maintain their independence and stay strong in their later years. You can't really start focusing on your balance too early. The earlier you make it a priority, the better off you'll be down the road. Now, let's break this down with some practical tips. Standing marches are simple, but effective. To begin, stand tall with your feet shoulder-width apart. Imagine you're marching in place, lifting one knee at a time, as if you're walking, but without going anywhere. Keep your core engaged, and try to keep a steady pace. Start with just 30 seconds of marching, focusing on lifting one leg at a time. If you need support, grab a chair or countertop to hold onto while you practice. The key here is to take it slow and focus on form, make sure that each leg lifts with control. As you get better and stronger, you can increase the time to a minute or two, adding more reps as your balance improves. In the beginning, it might feel a little tricky. You might feel a little unsteady, and that's okay. The goal is to build confidence in your movements. Each time you practice, your legs will get stronger, and your balance will improve. Over time, you'll feel more sure of yourself, and before you know it, you'll be marching with ease. Standing marches are one of those exercises that's so simple, yet so powerful. Not only will they help you regain your balance, but they'll also give you the confidence to take those first few steps in the morning without hesitation, knowing that your legs and body are ready for whatever comes next. But, while standing marches are fantastic for balance, we can't forget about the importance of mobility. As we get older, keeping our joints limber and pain-free becomes just as important as keeping our muscles strong. So, let's move on to the next exercise that will help you keep those joints moving smoothly. Let's dive into another amazing exercise, heel-to-toe walks. Now, imagine Sarah, an active senior who's always loved staying active. She's been walking for years, but recently she noticed that, as she got older, her balance wasn't as steady as it used to be. She'd feel a little wobbly, especially when she tried walking long distances. But then, she started incorporating heel-to-toe walking into her routine. At first, she wobbled a bit, her steps weren't as smooth, and she felt a little unsure. But after a few weeks of practice, something amazing happened. She could walk the length of her living room without losing her balance. She felt more confident, more in control, and more stable on her feet. It wasn't just about walking. It was about walking with purpose and balance, and that made all the difference. Heel-to-toe walking is a simple yet incredibly effective way to improve your balance. Unlike regular walking, which is great for general mobility, heel-to-toe walking specifically challenges your core and engages your ankle stability. By walking in this way, you're not just moving from one place to another, you're training your body to maintain balance and posture, which is key as we age. You might not think about it much, but balance is everything. The stronger your core and the more stable your ankles, the less likely you are to fall, which is a huge concern for seniors. Here's why it works so well: when you walk heel-to-toe, you have to focus on every single step. You're essentially forcing your body to walk in a more controlled way, one foot directly in front of the other. And while it may seem simple, this small adjustment makes a big difference. By engaging your core with each step and forcing yourself to walk in a straight line, you're teaching your body to stay stable, balanced, and steady. It's one of the most effective ways to reduce the risk of falls because it targets your posture, balance, and stability all at once. But let's clear something up that some people get wrong. A lot of people think walking alone is enough to maintain balance, but the reality is that heel-to-toe walking specifically works your core and your ankle stability, which are two areas that are crucial in preventing falls. Regular walking doesn't engage these areas in the same way. And the truth is, even if you're walking every day, without proper balance exercises like heel-to-toe walks, you could still be at risk of losing your footing. So, how do you get started? It's easy. Just take a few steps forward, making sure each step is slow and controlled. Focus on placing your heel directly in front of the toe of the other foot. Imagine you're walking along a straight line, trying to keep your steps as close to each other as possible. Start with just 5 steps, and make sure to take it slow. It's not about speed, it's about control. You'll probably feel a little wobbly at first, and that's perfectly normal. It just means your body is learning to engage those stabilizing muscles. As you practice, gradually increase the number of steps you take, and in time, you'll notice a huge improvement in your balance. A great tip here is to use a chair or countertop for support, especially when you're starting out. Hold on to something if you need to, and focus on your steps. With practice, you'll feel more stable and confident, and soon enough, you'll be walking with ease, without needing that extra support. Now, heel-to-toe walking is fantastic for balance, but we can't forget about heart health. While balance exercises are important, your cardiovascular health is just as crucial to overall well-being. So, let's move on to the next exercise that not only helps with balance but also gives you a great cardio workout. Finally, let's talk about swimming or water aerobics. Now, imagine Mr. Thompson. He's been dealing with joint pain for years, knee pain, arthritis, you name it. For a long time, this pain held him back from doing the things he loved. He'd avoid walking long distances, and he certainly didn't even think about going to the gym. But then, a friend suggested he try water aerobics. At first, Mr. Thompson was a little skeptical. He thought, I'm too old for that kind of thing. But after a couple of sessions, something remarkable happened. His pain began to lessen. He could move his arms and legs without that sharp, aching feeling. He was actually able to get through the class and feel better afterward. Over time, his mobility improved dramatically. Water-based exercises gave him a new lease on life. Water exercises are some of the best options for seniors, especially those dealing with joint pain, arthritis, or other chronic conditions. The reason they're so effective is that water supports your body. The buoyancy reduces the strain on your joints while still providing a full-body workout. You can get a solid cardiovascular workout without putting undue pressure on your knees, hips, or lower back. This makes it a fantastic exercise for seniors who want to stay active without exacerbating pain or risking injury. And the benefits don't stop there. Water aerobics also strengthens muscles, improves flexibility, and enhances overall stamina. You're essentially getting the best of both worlds. Gentle on your joints, but still powerful in its ability to strengthen your body and improve your heart health. This makes water exercises an ideal choice for anyone looking to stay healthy, especially for those who may have been sidelined by joint issues or chronic pain. But, here's a common misconception: many seniors shy away from swimming or water aerobics, thinking they're only for younger, fit individuals. They believe water exercises are too intense or just not for them. But that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, water aerobics can be especially beneficial for seniors with arthritis or chronic pain conditions. The water helps reduce the impact on your joints, so you're able to move in ways that would be too painful on land. Plus, the water's resistance works your muscles more efficiently, helping to build strength and improve coordination without putting undue stress on the body. And here's the best part: you don't even need to be a strong swimmer to benefit from water exercises. You don't have to dive into deep water or swim laps like an Olympian. In fact, simply walking in the shallow end of a pool or joining a gentle water aerobics class is more than enough to reap the rewards. If you don't have access to a pool, don't worry. You can still benefit from water exercises by doing simple movements like water walking or leg lifts while standing in a shallow area. Even just moving your arms and legs in the water can have a huge positive impact on your body. To get started, if you have access to a pool, I recommend joining a water aerobics class, which is a fun and social way to stay active. Classes are usually designed with seniors in mind, so they're gentle yet effective. If classes aren't an option, try swimming laps or even just walking back and forth in the shallow end of the pool. Keep your movements slow and controlled at first, then gradually increase the intensity as your strength improves. If there's no pool available, simply standing in water and doing leg lifts or gentle walking will still give you the benefits of resistance training and cardiovascular exercise. Water aerobics and swimming are incredible ways to stay fit and healthy, and the best part is, they're fun. They're perfect for seniors who want to get active without the fear of injury or pain holding them back. And as you continue to work out in the water, you'll find that your mobility, strength, and overall well-being will improve in ways you never thought possible. Now that we've covered some of the best exercises for seniors, let's take a moment to talk about something just as important: the emotional side of staying active. When we talk about exercise, it's not just about building muscles and improving balance, it's about the emotional strength that comes with knowing you're doing something positive for your health. Let's dive into that next. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Starting exercise after a long period of inactivity can feel overwhelming. It's not easy to admit that our bodies have changed, and maybe we aren't as strong or as flexible as we once were. I get it. It's difficult to face those changes, and it's even harder to take that first step towards getting moving again. But here's the thing: every small effort counts. Whether it's the first stretch of the morning, the first march in place, or the first walk across the room, it all matters. It all adds up. Taking those first steps can feel daunting, but it's so worth it. These exercises, even the simplest ones, can make a profound difference in your body and mind. It's about getting started. No matter how small, and then building from there. And trust me, the more you do, the easier it gets. Your body will start to respond, and you'll feel more confident in your movements. You'll begin to notice less pain, more energy, and a new sense of independence. But it starts with that first step. Let me reframe this for you: by taking proactive steps now, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding quality to those years. It's not about how many years you have. It's about how well you live those years. Taking control of your health now, even in small ways, gives you more of the things that matter, more time with your loved ones, more joy in everyday activities, more freedom to do what you enjoy. And you don't have to do it alone. There are so many simple exercises out there that can help you stay healthy, strong, and pain-free, no matter what age you are. It's not too late. You just have to start. I want you to think about someone you care about. Maybe it's a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, or even a friend. Look around, and see if there's anyone in your life who could benefit from these exercises. If you found this video helpful, share it with them today. Start a conversation about how simple movements can make a big difference in their daily life. Together, you can build healthier habits. Start by incorporating some of these exercises into your routine. Whether it's a couple of minutes of chair yoga, standing marches, or water walking. Every little bit helps. And here's the part that's so important: with a little patience and consistency, anyone can improve their mobility, strength, and overall health. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every time you commit to one of these exercises, every time you push through the discomfort and keep going, you're making a huge investment in your future. It doesn't matter how old you are. You are never too old to start taking care of your body. You are strong, and your body is capable of more than you think. It might not be easy at first, but the rewards, more energy, better balance, less pain, are absolutely worth it. Keep pushing forward, one step at a time, and know that with each movement, you're giving yourself the gift of better health and a brighter, more active future. Alright, let's take a moment to recap everything we've covered today. To recap, we went over 5 fantastic exercises that can help seniors stay healthy and pain-free. First, we talked about chair yoga, a gentle way to improve flexibility and posture without putting too much strain on the body. Then, we moved on to resistance band training, which is perfect for strengthening muscles and improving bone density, all while being easy on the joints. After that, we introduced standing marches to improve balance and stability, helping to prevent falls. Next, we discussed heel-to-toe walking, a great way to challenge your core and maintain balance. And last but certainly not least, we explored swimming and water aerobics, which provide a full-body workout with minimal impact on your joints. These exercises can help you stay active, maintain mobility, and reduce pain, giving you the energy and strength to keep doing the things you love. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these exercises are you most excited to try? Maybe you've already been doing one or two of them, let me know in the comments. Or, perhaps you have your own favorite exercise for seniors that's helped you or someone you care about stay healthy and strong. Share it below, and let's start a conversation about all the ways we can improve our health and well-being as we age. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll get more tips and tricks for elderly care, health awareness, and staying active as you age. You won't want to miss our next video where we'll dive even deeper into simple, effective ways to improve your quality of life. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's one small click, but it's a big step toward taking control of your health. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving forward. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and keep up the great work.